Company culture, right? We see that phrase everywhere, in like every single job ad. But what if there's something deeper, something more powerful? Today, we're going to talk about what it really takes to build a genuine work community, and why, honestly, it's a total game changer for everyone. Let's dive in. Okay, let's kick things off with a number that, well, it's kind of hard to wrap your head around. 1/3. That's how much of your life, on average, you're going to spend at work. Just let that sink in for a second. It's not just a job, right? It's a massive, massive chunk of your existence.
So if you're spending that much time somewhere, a third of your entire life, the people you're with, they matter a lot. And when those connections just aren't there, it's not just about having a bad day at the office. It's a direct hit to your overall happiness, your quality of life. And listen, this isn't just some vague feeling people have. A major study from Cigna found that almost a third of workers in the U.S. report feeling disconnected and lonely at their jobs. And think about it. In this world of remote work, of hybrid teams where we're just staring at screens all day, that feeling is a huge, huge problem.
And that loneliness, it doesn't just stay in a person's head. It spills over and becomes a real business problem. We're talking about lower productivity, more people calling in sick, and of course, higher turnover. People just up and leave, trying to find a place where they feel like they actually belong. It costs companies a ton.
So how do we start to fix this? Well, it all begins with getting past the usual buzzwords. Let's really break down the difference between what we call company culture and a real work community. They are not the same thing.
So what is a work community then? At its core, it's a group of people built on a foundation of shared purpose and real mutual trust. It's that feeling, the one where you feel like you're part of something bigger than just your own to-do list, and you're valued for who you are, not just for the tasks you complete.
Okay, and here's the real distinction, the part that matters most. Company culture, that's usually top-down. It's handed down from leadership. But a work community, that's grassroots. It grows from the ground up, built and shaped by the daily interactions of the employees themselves. It's organic.
All right, so how do we actually build this kind of community? The best part, it doesn't take some massive budget or a crazy complicated plan. Here are 10 simple, totally proven strategies you can use to get started.
First things first, it all starts with day one. A really solid onboarding process. Maybe pairing a new person with a buddy, that can make someone feel welcome and part of the team right from the get-go. And then it's about the little things. Short 15-minute daily huddles, they're not just for status updates. They're for building that human connection and trust, day in and day out.
Okay, next up is a big one, fostering communication. This is all about making sure people feel heard. It means creating actual safe spaces for open dialogue, genuinely listening to what your staff really thinks, and crucially, developing a culture where appreciation isn't just an afterthought.
And again, this isn't just about making people feel warm and fuzzy. There's real data here. A Forbes study found that a whopping 74% of employees who feel their voices heard are way more likely to perform at a higher level. It's really that simple. When people feel valued, they do better work. Period.
And that recognition, it shouldn't just come from the boss. Peer-to-peer shout-outs are an incredibly powerful tool. When colleagues recognize each other's good work, it builds mutual respect and strengthens those bonds that really make a community feel solid.
And finally, it all comes down to creating shared experiences. We're talking about everything from informal coffee chats and team building days to volunteering together for a cause you all care about. These are the moments that forge real connections and turn a bunch of individual coworkers into a genuine community.
So after all this effort, what's the actual payoff? Well, the great news is it's a huge win-win for absolutely everyone involved.
Look, when you invest in building a strong work community, you will see a tangible impact on the bottom line. Productivity goes up, engagement skyrockets, and people are way more likely to stick around, which saves a ton on hiring. And maybe most importantly, your people are just happier and healthier. That's a massive return on investment.
So let's boil it all down. For employees, a real community means a sense of belonging, purpose, a better quality of life. For employers, it's your secret weapon. It builds a brand that attracts and, more importantly, keeps top talent. And the best part, it all starts with small, consistent, intentional actions. You don't have to boil the ocean. So you see, building a strong community isn't just some nice-to-have HR initiative. It's a seriously smart business move. It's about creating a place where people genuinely want to be. So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. What one small step will you take this week to start building a stronger community where you work?